Hello guys, here is Bong Nation once again bringing some Total War goodiness for you guys. Today I bring you not regular vanilla Napoleon Total War, but this is Napoleonic Total War 3, which is a mod that comprises a vast host of new units and new gameplay mechanics. So without further ado, let's play because these battles are very long. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me adjust the sounds a bit so you know it's not too loud for you guys. So here I'm playing as Portugal. That's important to mention. I have three allies. I mean, here France, Prussia, more Prussia, and on my left flank we have Sweden. So in this mod, if you're not familiar with it, if you march in column formation like this, your troops move faster, and if you're on a road like this one, they move even faster. So me and my ally, which is supporting me with a contingent of 3 grenadiers, he's gonna move up the road with me on this side, on the middle row. If you can see the map here, the map is huge, really huge. So let me see. You can see already one unit, not all, because this game, when you start the game, you can only see the enemy generals, no other units. So you really have to plan and decide what you want enemy to see or not. So this mod really tests your ability to think strategically and tactically. Not as much. It's not as much in vanilla Napoleon because vanilla Napoleon is very fast-paced and it's a whole different experience. So this was the second battle I did in this mod, so I'm still a bit clumsy here in the troop movements and whatnot, but I'm moving up the road slowly but steadily. Another thing worth to mention is that these units, when you see that little square on the left of the name of the unit, that means they can form square. So do keep that in mind. Let me see our allies. They're moving up. Everyone's moving up to take their positions against the ill-fated battle that's gonna ensue shortly. These battles are very long, 1-hour battles most of the time. So my light contingent of cazadores moving up. In the front, leading the charge, I have some mounted guides, scouting the terrain up ahead. The plan here was holding this house. This house is one of these stars that each star has a set amount of points, and the more points you have by the end of the battle, you win. So capturing this house will secure this star right here. I couldn't tell you how many points. I think it's a 1-pointer. I think this is worth 1 point because this is a lines of communication game mode. I'll get further into it as we progress in the battle. Okay, so my ally Sweden is making his push. These forces on the left, they're gonna prove very, very useful. He's gonna have a lot of work with these newly appeared cavalry by the Spanish and Russians, which will be the factions that we're gonna face in this flank, in this left flank of the battle. You can see that infantry we saw earlier down the road. They're now closer to us, and some mounted Jaegers, if I'm not mistaken. At least they have Jaeger in the name. So some cavalry in the front by Sweden, my ally, very present in the field of battle. So, and we have an early general killed. This was a very rude blow for the ambitions of this right flank. And we have more peninsular coalition making their stand, with some cavalry already probing our forces. So I think so far there's an army of peninsular coalition. Spain and Russia on this side. I think there's another faction, or it's two armies of peninsular coalition. I'm not sure. So my troops here have reached the house. We're waiting for my allies' grenadiers to capture that point, because they will excel at defending that house. Trust me. I have some sneaky, peeky, but couple battalions of Cazadores going into this forest, accompanying my mounted guides, because I figured I should have some force in this forest, either to flank the Spanish or the Russians, or to provide help for my allies on this side. Thing that I failed to do later in this battle, but I'll try to make up for it. As you will see, I don't want to tell too much. So here, my main body of veteran line infantry doing something. I think I was gonna get in position, but then I kind of gave up. I don't know. As I said, this is my second battle on this mod. I'm kind of noob, although I'm familiar with the mechanics, as I have played Napoleon before, as you might have seen in my previous video on Napoleon Total War, my previous and only video. Yes, about that detail. I was gonna record more and do more videos and stuff, but it's not that time was an issue, it's more than that my microphone was really shitty, and it was really, how to say, it was all crackling and background noisy and stuff, and I'm not gonna record for YouTube with this shit. And then time passed by, and you know, I got a new headset, and now you'll probably have no problem hearing me, no background noise. You can witness the full might of my weird accent. Here I send a unit of dragoons to help in the left flank, my Swedish ally. I figured, since he has all this cavalry in the right, in my side, I should have some cavalry helping his side as well. Yeah, so slowly but steadily pushing up my troops through the road. Let's check out this side of battle, which is probably more, much more active. And oh, we have a suicide charge by the general's bodyguard. Now without the general. Oh, that was pretty cool. Doing some damage on those jiggers, so a worthy sacrifice of that general's bodyguard. Oh, some Portuguese light dragoons on the Peninsular Coalition, fighting for the enemy. My Prussian ally is probably gonna defend this this road. Yeah, this is a road. He's gonna defend this road right here, probably. I'm not sure. Let's see as the battle progresses. Prussia on this side of the river, they're pushing up. The only thing that's here that we can see is the King's German Legion First Hussars, just, you know, scouting out, seeing what's what. They have some units here, 3rd Foot Buffs, and some more Cav, Stapleton, Cotton, Leon d'Or. Golden Lion Dragoon Guards. So Spain here has formed up with his Infanteria de Línea and Provincial Grenadiers. Granaderos Provinciales. Muy bien. Russia here is pushing hard on the left. On our left, they're right. They're really with some Jaegers and light guard Jaegers. Oh, something's going on. What's going on? Oh, the Sweden's charging. Faking a charge. Good job by Sweden, great awareness by trying to, test up the enemy's defenses, all while, holding the Russians here, so props to him. I'm, farming up my line, making myself ready for an eventual assault or defense of an assault by their side. That remains to be seen. My allies' grenadiers have garrisoned this point, and I have my mounted guides further up the forest, and this is the time I noticed that they have nothing defending this, and they have no idea, maybe they suspect, but they have no idea that, I'm sorry, that was my phone, they have no idea that I have anything here, so I'm gonna try and use that to my advantage, and I get a couple more regiments of militia here to help. Don't be fooled by the name. These militia, they're quite decent, so I think they'd be, enough to support my cazadores on this flank, on this forest battle. My allies on the right they're still pushing up. As I said, they're holding this road, and they're advancing with a couple of musketeer units, Mollendorf or whatever, I'm not great in the German, pushing up on the right. Let's see if anything happens here. I do apologize for the frame rate, but this mod is very this game is has a lot of smoke and stuff, and that usually doesn't bother my computer, but as you can see, there's 8 players in this battle, and with all the custom uniforms and units and whatnot, and just the fact that there's so many units on the battlefield, that's gonna take its toll on frame rate. So a lot of these light cavalry massing for a massive push on the right of these Prussians, and on this side of the river they're taking advantage of not the great angle, but they're taking advantage of the flank they've opened, and they're giving fire with the Jaegers, which is not a bad idea, not at all. They're setting up here for the attack on the Peninsular Coalition, and I'm standing by a bit, playing a bit too passive in retrospect, but as you can see, my ally Sweden is fighting Russia with all his might. Ooh, loud volleys, but great volleys, great looking volleys by these guys fighting the Jaegers on the right, on the left, on our left. We're watching this from our perspective, my team's perspective. As I said, and oh, great to volley, great to volley. So as I said, I was playing as Portugal. I think I made that pretty clear. And I decided to push up. I've had enough of my ally being thrashed by Russia. Attacked. He's not necessarily losing, because Russia is there's some gaps in his line. There's a gap here that he could occupy with some more forces giving fire. But as I see this enveloping around my ally, I try and push up and take the fight to the Spanish, because they're gonna double team my ally unless I do something about it. And the first shots have been fired from our faction, from Portuguese muskets. The 3rd Battalion of Caçadores giving fire on their line infantry, killing 2 men so far. Accuracy in this mod is very realistic. my forces in the forest continue to, you know, inch forward. And as you can see, a massive line battle is ensuing on this far right side. A massive line of Peninsular Coalition just pushing against these thin lines of Prussians. The thing about in this mod, the thinner you have your lines, you know, it just has a couple of ranks of infantry, the thinner they are, the less morale they have. So a couple of volleys from all these forces and they will be bye-bye. At least that's, you know, that's what I think. Don't take it as a rule, because I'm not... As I said, this is my second battle in this mod. And here's a charge of cavalry grenadiers of Spain trying to take out the Swedish artillery, but they were very on top of it, and I was as well. I formed square, take a couple shots, turn off fire at will, and you know, just watch my allies' cavalry deal with the situation for now. Prussia is still holding, still pushing. No, whoa, they're really pushing now. They were just holding by, now they're really pushing. Cavalry charge right into this Indalat Infanterie. A charge of cavalry and infantry, already routing one of these infantries, and the other soon to follow, or not. They're holding. Great battle. Oof, very heavy on the frame rate, but great battle. Look at this. Just the lines. Ooh, the volleys. Great, great. Such... It's... I don't know. I don't have words. Okay, so as you can see, I have a couple of units on column prepared to move to the left flank. And I have these units holding the line. And these units slowly but steadily pushing up the forest. I'm trying to figure out the best time to spring that ambush. So the Peninsular Coalition are forming this defensive position, which is not a bad idea at all. And the defensive position of the Prussians has been overrun by that mass number of infantry. As you can see, some casualties for the Prussians, but they retreated in time. All this cavalry just waiting to strike. Oh! And some shots by this howitzer. Yeah, that's right. This howitzer protected by a square, which is a great, you know, you have to learn from these players that, you know the mod. They have great, there's great details in their gameplay that will really help you, even in vanilla. Another volley of these howitzers, let's watch where they land. Oh, someone's rallying. Let's see. My cav. I had some cav here to aid my ally in this massive battle, but they were struck down. And another one of the Swedish general is dead, which is not what we need right now. Look at this, the combined might of Russian and Spanish armies, but we're returning fire. I've pushed up a bit. A great mistake I made is that I had these units off fire at will, so they were just staring, getting shot at, but as this is not vanilla Napoleon, this wasn't too big of a problem. But shortly I will enable fire at will. Because I was microing on this left flank to try and support my ally, because Spain was pushing too much on the left and I had to do something. Some grenadiers of France that were initially pushing up with me on that road, they joined my ally. They've been a better ally than me, I think, and they're gonna help push out Russia. I'm sorry. Prussia is on the right flank. So there we go. Fire at will is on. I'm giving them what, you know, repaying them the lead they've been throwing at us. And I'm still... Oh, the ambush is sprung. I get in this position and I take a couple of shots weakening their left flank. And the cavalry charge, which I did not anticipate. I was microing that ambush. And they instantly break this line infantry, which could not form square. And more cav. The first cav unit, the charge was a bit depleted. So they routed my unit and routed themselves. And now a second cavalry unit is pushing through, but I have my dragoons ready to fight their dragoons. And they're even charging with infantry, testing the metal of our Portuguese lines. And they break once more because bayonet charges are a game changer in this. And although he played well, the supporting fire of our lines and the cavalry helped break them. So we're returning in kind the favor and charging through their lines, trying to spread some havoc. These guys are still firing, not... Oh, yeah. So they pushed forward a bit, so they're still eating lead. That's good. As you can see, their left was really weakened, so I'm moving up to seize this opportunity. Moving up, yeah. So my cavalry is gonna rout pretty soon, but at least I did what I set out to do, which was distract and contain this great push through my lines. Okay, so Sweden held out bravely here, still with pretty healthy numbers, I could say. We could say that. Look at the carnage here. This was what the Russians thought would be the breaking point of the Swedes, but so hasn't happened. It hasn't so happened. Whatever. So you can notice that his artillery is behind my units. He told me so, and I'm moving them out of their way. So, oh, really? I didn't see that when the battle was, you know, underway, but that was pretty bad. Okay. That's what I get from moving my guys out of the way. So, Spain is pushing up on this flanking force, which is a good decision. Let's check out this side. Wow, this battle is all over the place. I'm having some difficulty keeping up. I'm very sorry. Let's check this. Oh, massive battle here. A peninsular coalition encircling the Prussians and defeating them, really, on this side of the river, which is gonna create some startling opportunities for them, against us. So all this cavalry will be free to roam around, and that's not gonna be good. So we have the remainder of the Prussians here on this side of the river, because that side, you know how that goes, that wins. He was never mind. So they've retreated to a even more defensible position. This choke point is held to assault. So we're just... France is just standing back for now. We'll keep tabs on that. Let's check out this side of the battle. Yeah, we missed the charge of lancers, taking out, almost taking out some line infantry. My line's still holding decently, fairly well. And we have one unit giving fire and the other still pushing up. I was a bit I was a bit bad on the micro on this battle. I'm not very proud of it, but I did well, I think. So retreating with these cazadores, trying to do something. We'll get back to this. The Spanish have broke. 3 units of 1 unit of cav and a unit of and couple units of line infantry have broken from the field. 1 more line infantry joins them, but they're still holding strong. And yeah, I still have some dragoons back there. Wow, they just don't give up. Look at the carnage on this battlefield. I mean, all these lines of Spanish and Russians. I mean, it's even hard to tell what's going on. So I think, yeah, Sweden's won this flank. They've expelled the Russian flankers. They destroyed some artillery. Here's the artillery crew. Amidst all this, French grenadiers helping the Swedes, and Russia is pulling back because they're getting encircled by Sweden and a couple of units from me and France. So I'm reforming my lines. I'm still holding here. Let's check out this side of the battle. They're still, you know, holding the assault because you can't just charge headlong in there. Let me see. And they're moving up, you know, taking advantage of the fact that they managed to break through here and they can flank us. So here they come with their cavalry. Luckily we have some French forces marching back to meet them, so that will be important to defend our flanks. And let's check this out. My artillery down to just 1 piece. I'm not sure what happened. I think it was a shot from other artillery or something. You can see them dead here. I'm not sure what happened, but they're dead. Or was it a cavalry charge? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe. There's some dead horses around, so yeah, that's probably it. The Swedes are still holding on for dear life. Actually pretty healthy. Look at this, all these Gardjägers and Indalat Infanterie taking the left flank, encircling these Russians, and as you can see they're in full retreat because this is not a favorable position for them. And we have a 3rd battalion of Cazadores doing something. What is anything? No. Okay. Something's going on. I'm not sure what's going on. I think my guides are running over some of his Infanteria Princesa. And finally my militia are giving fire. Oof, loud volleys, sorry. Look at that. And we're containing this resistance on the right flank. Our line is just holding. And we got charged. We charged our dragoons and managed to break some Infanteria de la Reina. And broke ourselves shortly after. And we still have a couple of veteran line infantry helping the Swedes on the left. While we just, you know, hold our line. Let's check out this side. See how is the... Oh, so our French allies have... Excuse me. Have made it in time to defend this road. Although, yeah, there's some cavalry... Oh my god. Something's wrong with me, I'm sorry. Although this cavalry is massing on the flank, although we have some cavalry to counter that, some hussars and some cuirassiers. Some more hussars, infanterie de ligne, and more infanterie de ligne. You know, just Line infantry holding a pretty important point. Cavalry charge. British light dragoons. Ooh. Good counter charge by the hussars. Very good, very effective. Shots whizzing. Oh look, some King's German Legion light dragoons trying to flank once more. But they're gonna get routed, I think. They are. Very good job by my French ally, containing the cavalry on this flank. Holding bravely. Let's just have a perspective from the Peninsular Coalition side. Look at the cavalry fighting atop the road. Ooh, Jesus Christ. I should beware standing too close to valleys. Yeah. We have some skirmishers getting peppered by artillery. And a general is dead. The Michel Ney is dead. Okay. Taken out by First Hussars, King's German Legion. So that's a pretty heavy blow for my brave French ally. Let's check out this side of the belt. My side. So we're still holding the line here. Nothing has changed. Sweden and France are enveloping even more the Spanish-French, Spanish-Russian alliance. And I'm trying to aid in that as well as I can. Okay. So let's check out. This is pretty much a standstill on this choke point. This is just my ally getting peppered by howitzer fire. I think it's a 9-pounder foot and a howitzer. Okay. We have some Prussians moving in to assist. My French ally, which is holding the flank. I hear some charging, although I'm not sure where. So he's pushing up on the left, trying to, to contest this line of infantry. And let's see, I see something on the minimap. Here we are. There's some the hussars that sniped out the general. They finished running him down, so they're gonna. I think they're gonna pester our rear. That's pretty much possible. So there's some units of cavalry here as well. This is a great danger for our flanks. What happened to my artillery? It's here. I haven't used it in this battle yet, and I think I won't. I'm not sure, so we'll wait and see what my artillery does. So my line infantry and some Cazadores holding the line, pushing up now because they're in retreat. Because look at this, my Swedish ally is really tightening the noose around Spain and Russia's neck. And let's check out this side. I'm trying to, cover as much of the battle as I can, because, ooh, an explosion right in our faces. Let's watch this skirmisher engagement. The 43rd Light Coys Monmouthshire against the Garde Jägers of Prussia. They're retreating tactically. And some Cav Stapleton Cotton, the Golden Lion Dragoon Guards. Just trying to pick off the skirmishers. And being successful, I think. At least that's to some degree. Let's zoom out a bit. Check out what's happening. So, still a standstill here, but I think, oh no, they're still not in range, but you know, the the sappers, really, oh, I love these uniforms, by the way, the sapper uniforms, they look so good, and some line infantry holding the, I mean, look at this, look at the different styles of uniform, you can't get any better than this. This mod is truly amazing. Yeah, so here's some sneaky cav, the general assassination cav. What's this? Oh, right, the French general dead. So I leave my artillery behind because I wasn't really using it, and to be honest, I didn't really need it at this stage of the battle. So I kind of left it there unattended, but it's moving up, so it's not doing nothing. And I further pushed on this right flank, on the forest, so he's aware of this. As you can see, he's wheeling about a couple of his line infantry to meet this flanking force. I am also aware of that, and I'm trying to form up as quickly as I can to, you know, not being shot at while I march. As you can see, that sneaky cav is getting awfully close to my artillery. I was aware of this, in case you're thinking, oh, you're such a noob, you weren't aware of that, or you should micro better, or something. I was aware of that, but I was like trying to save to the last moment to peel off one of these Cazadores units so I could farm square and royally fuck them up. But such wasn't possible. So fire is being given. Some Granaderos de Zamora and some Infanteria de Línea eating volleys from my line infantry and Cazadores, with the militia coming to support. At this point, the Russians figure that this is a lost cause and they're gonna take this road and try and flank my ally. I am aware of this, so these militia units will be stationed near the road to shoot them as they pass, but I'm not sure I was very effective in that, but I'll leave it up to you guys to figure out the effectiveness of that move. So here's the cav. It's 2 units actually, but they're passing a little too close to this house, taking shots in the process. But they're gonna take out, as you can see, I have a battalion of Cazadores which was originally here, and I formed square so I could shoot it and perhaps break it, but I didn't have much luck in that. They didn't even fire. Oh, they did. They just did. But they missed. And they're gonna take my artillery, which isn't really a game changer or anything. I didn't mind losing this artillery because, as I said earlier, I wasn't much in need of this artillery. And I'm gonna lose a line infantry veteran unit, but it was really depleted and not really crucial to the battle. But as you can see, another line broke in the jinx, you know, it just did. And my French ally very capably sweeps off the goddamn Peninsular Coalition light dragoons. So a bit lagging on my micro there, but shit happens. So this noble stand here looks good, although they have slightly higher ground, the Peninsular Coalition. And we have some cuirassiers and hussards. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Hussard, I don't know. They're just, you know, putting pressure on the flank. Although this Highland foot can form square and they should watch out. And there's some line infantry containing this whole flank. Along with the cav, of course. So they probably don't have range to hit them, so they're gonna cross the bridge. It's not really a bridge, but you know. And they're gonna reinforce this battle line, because they're really wavering. Look at the dead here. A great job by the Prussians to assist France in this, and really paid off. Look at the dead. Look at the line of that Peninsular Coalition. That was a pretty good job. So this is still pretty much a standstill, although as you can see, the artillery is still making short work of our allies, my allies. So yeah, we're still, the standstill is still standing. So as you can see, the Russians managed to pass through relatively unscathed, so I don't see much in the way of casualties along the road. Two casualties. I guess the militia isn't very good at you know, shooting accurately, but you know, over here, mass development. I've pushed forward, you know, just as the Swedes push forward, I feel like, you know, as the both flanks are gained, the center has to move up, so it's what happened. Here you can see me picking off, basically. Ooh, that battalion of Cazadores, hell of a volley on these Granadeiros Agrupados. They were, I'm not sure what they're doing, but the French Hussars moving in for the charge. So as I deemed that unit kind of out of commission by that cavalry charge, I start moving up, and I warned my allies, shooting some routing units. I warned my allies that this Russian force was heading to them way in advance, but I didn't think they kind of got the message. I'm not sure. For two reasons, because one, they were slow to react to it, or it was on purpose, I'm not sure, and because it was a long time ago, this battle, and I'm not really sure what was being said in chat at the time. Not a really long time ago, it was like a month ago, so okay. So as you can see, the Hussars were broken, but the cuirassiers are still in the fight and very healthy. So the troops that were in the road containing this flank have decided to move up and meet the lines. And oh, we lost a crucial part of the battle. It seems that the Prussian grenadiers charged, and what a brave charge. Look at all these redcoats. Soon to break, I think. Let's check out what's going on here. The Russians are nearing my ally. Is he ready for... Oh, he's facing them, so he's aware. I did my job. And so the standstill is gonna be really bad in the way that now, you know, his forces has to fight on... They have to hold a choke point on one front and hold an incoming force on another, all the while being, you know, shelled by artillery the whole time. So I'm not gonna let this go, you know, unpunished. I'm sending up my militia that were trying to, you know, shut up this force as they passed. They failed in that, so they have to march all the way over there to make up for their failure. So I'm just, me and my allies, because France is also here. Portugal, Sweden, and France are pushing the last of the Spanish out of this flank, and, you know, causing them to rout and not have any further say in this battle. And let's check out how this is going. Oh, right. Oh, did you hear that? Oh my god. Those sound effects were unknown to me until just now. Look at the smoke. You can see that black smoke from the artillery crater. That's pretty cool. And I hear a cavalry charge. Oh, it's an infantry charge actually. They pushed out of the choke point because it was ill defended. And here they come. The Prussian skirmishers being scattered out of their position, and Portuguese reinforcements close by. My mounted guides also coming along. Okay. So I still have some forces here, just, you know, making sure, but most of them are already en route to that choke point, which is basically the heart of the enemy resistance so far. So I think we can fast forward a bit. So let me check out. Maybe not. So the Peninsular Coalition have occupied this house, thing they hadn't done previously. This is why France was so free to move around in this road, because, you know, they hadn't garrisoned the house, so they were kind of on an equal footing, both sides. But now that they've taken the house, they have the advantage, and they have to fall back a bit. At least that's my vision of what's happening. Okay, so 4 units of foot here, a couple more units of foot. Look at the carnage that ensued here. I mean, what the hell? Such carnage, so many casualties. This battle line got wrecked. Let's check out. So the Peninsular Coalition really pushing out all of a sudden, catching my opponents in a break, my allies in a break. All those 4 infantry units just sandwiched there by fire from Peninsular Coalition in one side and bayonet charge from the Russians in another. So that's gonna be the end of French aspirations on this choke point. Meanwhile, my militia is still slowly but steadily marching all the way through this road and trying to, you know, make their mark, because all they did was hang out in a forest, take a couple shots. They want payback for all their fallen comrades. Okay, so Sweden is very capably routing Spain out of this battle. As I see that, which I did, you know, like 5 minutes ago, and you also know this too as well, I'm, you know, moving up this road with more and more forces, because that side is wrapped up. All that's left is I'm sorry for these units on this house, the Infanteria de Betchart something. So Spain is done for, Russia not quite yet, and all that's left is the 2 players of the Peninsular Coalition, which have still a pretty formidable defense there with the artillery and all this infantry and of course the Russian reinforcements. Something's going on there. Some Spanish line and another. This is actually bad. I mean, you have Guard Jaegers shooting, of course, but then you have a line infantry between you and, I mean, your enemy. I mean, you're shooting your own line and not so much the enemy. I mean, that's a poor tactical decision it's my opinion, but, you know, either charge in with them both or shoot him with them both. I don't know. I'm a noob. What am I saying? So here I am, facing the troops on the choke point, trying to avenge my fallen French comrades. Go on, Portuguese militia. So my 18th Regiment of Militia going to fire upon their enemies soon. And I have these mounted guides, not so much as a, you know, killing force, because mounted guides have meager attack. But they won't even get to be a distraction because the artillery is shelling them to pieces, and that will be their undoing. You will see shortly that, you know, Russians here have decided to take another flank and go towards this side of the battle, which what happened to the French? Oh, they're all garrisoned this huge town hall. Not all, couple units, line infantry and sappers. Cuirassiers are still here, lingering about. And just a couple of infantry de ligne are remaining for the French on this side. So something happened in the last 2 minutes or 5 that I wasn't paying attention. That, you know, I think I know what happened. There was, you know, line infantry retreating. I don't know. Something happened, and France seems more weak on this side. It seems, that doesn't mean that it is. Okay, so still on a standstill. We're just getting shot at. Returning fire. That's good, that's good. Return the fire. The Guardjägers managed to tackle two Spanish lines, so that's pretty amazing. Good job by the Prussian player. And I have some more Cazadores newly arrived from that flank to provide support, although not the best angle to the enemy, given, you know, especially given the accuracy of the units in this mod. But I hate that Howie. The howitzer is studying us to pieces, so I decided to move up. I'm not just gonna sit here getting shot by both infantry and artillery, and I'm, you know, trying to shorten the distance between my infantry and theirs. You know, trying to do more damage, break their lines and push up. That's the main thing. But as you can see, it's 8 minutes and a half remaining on this battle, and that pretty much means that something really special has to happen to break through that choke point. Yeah. So my general is here already. This is the final embers of the battle, as you can see. But my ally is putting up a hell of a fight with some Jaegers, and the Peninsular Coalition general charging the Jaegers and the Grenadiers, which is not the best decision, I'd say. But, you know, desperate times, desperate measures. So let's go. Still a couple of Russian infantry here. I think this is a general, I'm not sure. So, okay, let's pay attention to this choke point. So my infantry now, you know, sacrificing some of themselves to obtain a better position, whilst getting shelled by artillery the whole time, as my French comrades did before breaking utterly from the battle. But, you know, I'm trying to do my best and gain, you know, equal or higher ground, so I can, you know, be a match for the Peninsular Coalition's choke point defense. So I'm going to fast forward this a bit, because my time is running short. And because, you know, it's just me inching forward, taking fire, giving fire. Okay, that's enough. So my main line, I have for kind of a main line, you know, just to try and as best I can, you know, give opposition, not so much as a breakthrough move, but just, you know, giving opposition to the enemy, so they just don't charge out of there. And here they're just you know, holding this building as a last stand, so pretty brave from the French, with some line infantry out here, bravely holding. I hear cav. Oh, French cav. Chasseur à cheval, charging the Brunswick lights between two squares, so yeah, they break. Russia giving chase to Russia. They're gonna form and give a volley, or just stand there. Okay. Not very impressive volley. I hear Peninsular Coalition Cav, very sneaky in this battle. We're just holding this road. Oh, I'm sorry guys. Sorry. Damn it. Okay, I have to do this manually. Shit, really? I'm sorry about that. So, here we are again. Oops. Shit. Okay, done. So, just, you know, just trying to contain this choke point defense and trying to stop it from turning into an attack on. Well, there's not much left really, but as you can see, it's 3 minutes remaining now, and I decided I have to do something, you know, out of the ordinary, and decide to push up my cazadores, give them a nice charge. Couple guys falling in the process, but needed sacrifice. But then I stop at the last minute, and I think I'm gonna shoot them point blank. That's right. That's right. Not very effective, but I managed to give some fire on the Spanish line, and they break, so that was not bad, not bad. And I'm gonna break here, I think, pretty soon. Here are my mounted guides. You know, shot to shit by the enemy howitzers. And the Russians still in flight. Okay. So, yeah. Now they've moved up their artillery. This was a pretty good move. They moved up their artillery and canistered the hell out of my guys. And this is, I think this is probably the reason why I pushed up these cazadores. And they're now gonna have a nice, meaty target to fire upon. Oh, look at those guys drop. Good job, cazadores. And I'm just, you know, gonna push up as much as I can. Even though that's kind of counterproductive because of the canister, but I have to try and take that position. Although there's only 1 minute 15 left. 15 seconds left. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, a pretty hefty engagement, a very cinematic engagement. Look at the smoke on the battlefield. Some cazadores in reserve. Think I forgot to micro them or something. Let's check out. Oh, the great French defense still holding. And some of my men are running. Let's check that out, I think. Oh wait, there's some cavalry here, the cuirassiers. I'm gonna charge the general, the William Carl Beresford, which is a pretty good move. And my mounted guides are still alive, actually. Oh, I didn't know that. And the time limit has been reached, and it has come to a draw. Although I think on points the other team won, or it was actually a draw. I'm not sure. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next Total War, Napoleon Total War 3 gameplay. Goodbye.